Hello everybody, how are y'all doing? Welcome back to Man City Unplugged, your very own Man City fan channel. How does it feel? It's almost been 2 days, right? This is the second day after that heartbreaking defeat. How does it feel? For me, honestly, yesterday it was pretty bad. I felt it was just stinging so much, but today I feel much better, much better actually. I think having that Newcastle game actually helps us a lot because we have a league title to look forward to. We have something to look forward to, that we can win 4 league titles in 5 years, which is almost like an incredible feat, I would say. Because yes, the Champions League, the UCL knockout tournaments, but I think league is more of an epitome of consistency, especially Premier League. It's even more difficult to win, and also I'm in no way covering up the UCL defeat and stuff, but you do well to argue otherwise, because we can't let that affect us. We have Newcastle to look forward to. Let us discuss about that defeat a little bit. Let me know in the comments below as well. How are you feeling now, 2 days after it? What are the things, after everything has settled down, what are the things that really sting you? For me, see, I've seen the Spurs defeat. I've read a lot of comments in various social media groups and all. Only City groups, especially when people were telling that there were a lot of City fans who were much older. They were telling that they've seen League Two defeats of City to Barnsley and all of that stuff. They've seen us get relegated to tiers of football that other teams might not even know that they exist. Other teams in the Premier League, we have played in League Two. We have been a champion in one year. Then we have been relegated to League Two the other year, and all of that. It's so nice to see that our fan base is filled with so much of positivity. That is what we want. Positivity brimming through the fan base, especially when it seemed that all of the world was against us. They were like, almost we were the laughing stock, and all of that. They were set on, bringing us down under this pressure that you're no good. Some of the City fans, they're calling for Pep's head and all. That is ridiculous, but in general, the fan base has been really positive, with older City fans telling how it's a privilege even to compete at this level. How they thought that they would never see even us playing a group game in any of the, forget the Champions League, even the Europa League, and here we are competing. Here we are outclassing Real Madrid over the two legs. Just forget the result. Outclassing Real Madrid on our day. We are the best team in Europe right now. I feel that we're better than Liverpool on our day. On any given day, anyone can beat anyone in football, that is there. But in general, you could say that most of the time, if this match was played 99 times, then 100 times, then we win it 99 times at least. So it's, consider it as a privilege that we're playing at this level. Don't allow this defeat to knock you down. Don't allow it to get over you emotionally. I know that it is very difficult to get over it, especially that you are preparing for, you are thinking that, oh, now we are in the final, everything's like over, and suddenly that happens. I know that it's so difficult. The Spurs defeat especially, that was really hard to take. When that was even more hard to take than this, I would say, because we celebrated in that defeat, and then VAR, and the Spurs players fell down. No one even appealed for offside, and then VAR signaled that it was offside and stuff. So in a way, that was even more devastating than getting knocked out to Lyon and stuff. And all. Last season's final against Chelsea. A lot of heartbreaks in the UCL. I can say there have been. I would argue with anyone that there have been worst heartbreaks than this one. Especially the Spurs one and Lyon are even more worse than this, because really we should have won those games even quite easily. So let this not get to you. That's what I would say. Treat it as a privilege, and we're just getting started, guys. We're just getting started. 2011-12, that is when I think Mancini took over, and that is when it really started for us. and and from when we were consistently getting into the later stages of the Champions League, that is quarterfinals, just 1 2 years back, right? Before that, we were getting knocked out in the last 16 and stuff. So we are just getting started. This machine is just getting started. So just be patient with it. Just be patient with it. I'm damn sure that there will be a couple of years that we will do what we are doing to the Premier League now. We have won three in, Premier League titles in the last 4 years. We'll do that to the Champions League as well. Opposition team fans and all listening to this can laugh and stuff, but we will do that to the Champions League as well. Win 3 out of 4 Champions Leagues, we'll win, overtake what a Real Madrid did under Zidane, for example. It just takes time, getting used to this, the pressure situations. I personally feel that from when the 90th minute came and when that goal went in, that is, we panicked then. It's simple why we lost the game. We literally panicked then. How many times have you seen Ederson just scoop up the ball the other end? We conceded the goal, and then straight from kickoff, the ball goes to Ederson, and Ederson just scoops the ball up to the other end. Now, in an alternate universe, City would just try to pass from the back, get through the Real Madrid press, waste some time in possession, keep possession of the ball, try to score another goal. That is how the proceedings would go, right? But we scooped the ball up. We scooped the ball up a lot of times in those last 4-5 minutes. So again, like I said, at this stage, more than the tactics, more than how good you are, more than how you control the game, it's the mental side of things that really does matter. So don't take it too hard on yourselves. We as City fans are really used to kind of these situations. Maybe not in the Premier League right now. Okay, when Mancini won the title, it was somewhat like this, but after that, generally we did it. But now in the Champions League, since we are just getting started, just getting used to being there, doing that in this competition, we are just getting used to it. It might be harsh emotionally on a lot of fans, but believe me, this is all gonna bear fruit. This is all the experience that we need. These are all the experience that we are gonna go through. A lot of big teams have gone through. Bayern Munich played well the entire game and then conceded 2 goals to Real Madrid. I think it happened in a game against France, against England as well. I think in a World Cup or a Euro match, I don't know, where France scored 2 goals in the last 1 or 2 minutes. So these things happen, but it's how you come out of it, how you react to it. 2018-19, we lost to Spurs in that emotionally draining game. We thought we won, celebrated, and then VAR does it, and then we come back after 2 days, we beat Spurs, and we don't lose a game that season, and then we win the Premier League title. I think that is the kind of character we really need to show now as well. At the end of the day, it's a knockout competition, and these things happen in the knockout competitions. And also sometimes I do feel a little bit of rub of the green here and there. We didn't have nothing, no excuses from the game, but Casemiro was doing so many fouls, he could get away with everything and all of that. There'll be times in knockout games, especially when things really tend to go against you. Barcelona against Chelsea, it was in 2009, I think, somewhat, I don't know, 2008-9. That was a game known for the refereeing debacle, but then Chelsea had 4-5 clear-cut chances to put the tie to bed. They didn't, and the referee made some hasty decisions, and then Barcelona scored in the last minute. Iniesta scores in the last minute, and Barcelona go through. So that game I know would have been devastating for Chelsea fans. Barcelona against Inter Milan. Barcelona concede 2 goals in the last 10 minutes and they're knocked out. So all of the teams, all of the big teams have faced this. They've gone through this stage. We are feeling bad because it's the first time it's not the first time, but it's the first time when we have had control in a game and we thought that's it, this thing has happened, and this is what knockout competitions generally are. that you feel that you have that control and things just go in a minute. We control the game for 180 minutes and they scored in 1 or 2 minutes. But literally we need to look at ourselves and think that clinical goal scoring, and we in that game, if you were clinical in the first leg, you kill the tie in the first leg itself. So I mean, and also do look at the banner. That was a banner from the olden times. A lot of old City fans will know when we were relegated to tier 2, and we were not at the stage now. A lot of it's good that a lot of older fans, a lot of fans who were through that generation of seeing City, they call typical City. They build you up and they let you down. That was a comment made by Martin Tyler in what 2011-12 title race. I mean, typical City has been associated with City for a lot of time. So I mean, it's good to see a lot of fans in the older generation really tell, really emphasize that it's a privilege that we're playing Champions League semi-finals and finals year in and year out. It's a privilege that we have won 3 Premier Leagues in the last 4 years. We're just running through, and at this rate, we'll overtake Manchester United's Premier League title haul as well. So it's very interesting that our fan base is not as divided as the fan base of some other clubs, when especially when the chips are down. This is a huge emotional moment for all of us. You're just, whatever you do, you're just thinking about this game. How did they score in 82 goals in 88 seconds? How was it possible? But that's fine. Just remove all of that from your head and just look forward to Newcastle. We have 4 more games, and we win 4 more games. We win a trophy. We win the biggest trophy in England, the Premier League. So and I know I am again repeating. I know it's damn hard. I have also not been able to overcome it as much. The sense of the defeat still lingers down and lingers off in me. But this will be a huge mental test. I can't even see, each of the players' performances. I was thinking, everyone played well. Well, you can say Ruben Diaz was at fault for the goals, but in general, everyone played well actually. Rodri bossed the game, was the best. He dominated the midfield. Bernardo Silva did some Zidane-esque things with the ball. They're under pressure, 3 players. There was a moment when he stops the ball with his foot, looks up, and then plays the pass. Willis was excellent. Gabriel Jesus did his work. Kyle Walker died on the pitch literally for the badge and for the team. He gave his everything literally. Vinicius was in his pocket, Kyle Walker. Just let us take a moment to salute Kyle Walker first, the champion. He did everything for the club. So we literally, there's no particular mistakes from anyone, and that is where I think the hurt is from. You play a perfect game and yet you don't end up on the winning side, but we'll learn from it. We'll get over it. We'll learn from it and we'll come out stronger. I think that is what the big teams do. That is what the best teams do. They don't allow defeat to dominate them. Okay, they suffer losses, but they come out of the losses harder and tougher than they were when before they went into that tie. Pressure. What is pressure? Pressure can create diamonds out of chunks of coal, out of nothing. So now we have to see how do we respond against Newcastle, and I'm sure next year we'll talk about it in other videos. But Haaland is going to come, Julian Alvarez is going to come, that front line is going to be absolutely revamped. And we are going to see Grealish is going to be like a new player next season. So it's almost like we're adding 2-3 players, and there's a talk that a midfielder is gonna come in, and also left back is gonna come in. At least 5 new players we're gonna go into the next season, and that would pretty much fill in all of the holes in the team. That would pretty much make our team even better than it is this season. And this season, I think we have played at an exceptional level, and believe me, we have. Whatever people might say, if the cutting edge was there, the Premier League title would have been ours now. We would have been in the Champions League final, and even the FA Cup semi-final. I think even at 2-3, we had chances to score that third goal against Liverpool. So I mean, by the way, people talking about conceding 2 goals in 88 seconds against Liverpool in the FA Cup semi-final. I think we scored 2 goals in 3 minutes. No, 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 we didn't. We didn't score 2 goals in 3 minutes. My apology, but we came very close to scoring 2 goals in 3 minutes. We scored the second goal 91st minute, and then we Sterling has a great chance a minute later. So we came close. So Alvarez, Haaland, I mean, it will be a different team next season. Cole Palmer coming into his fort, definitely he will have more minutes. So it will definitely be a new team next season. But now we have four more matches to complete, and then we look at it how it goes. So these things happen, the defeats and all. I know I'm repeating it again and again. It's hard to take. It's very hard to take. I myself was wondering how will I take it? And I could have easily made a video with 5 reasons why City lost. The calamity of Ruben Diaz. Why does Aymeric Laporte always panic in these kind of situations? But none of them are gonna help now. What is gonna help is us filling our fan base with positivity, because we have done a lot of things right. It's a privilege that we are playing at that level year in year out. It's a privilege that we're playing at an exceptional level. It's a privilege that we're trusting the process again and again. And the reason why we lost in those final minutes is we didn't trust the process. Especially after the first goal went in, we panicked. And I know it's a little thing, but uh, but we need to accept it. Little things, little faults, and you can be out of this Champions League tournaments, these knockout tournaments. But we are still. Let us take a moment here to congratulate the squad. I think it's from March we have been almost playing under deep pressure, right? Almost from the mid of March, we dropped points to Crystal Palace, and then we went away to Liverpool. It was Atletico, Liverpool, Atletico. Atletico game was, it really had a great impact on this tie because Walker was injured and all in that game. So Atletico, Liverpool, Atletico, and then Liverpool, and then we have had to keep our standard in the Premier League all the time. We are being chased by Liverpool, and in the middle of that, we had an FA Cup semi-final against Liverpool. We had a tricky fixture away to Leeds of fighting for relegation before this Champions League semi-final tie. I mean, in the middle of this Champions League semi-final tie. So let us appreciate the team first for not putting a step wrong under so much of extreme pressure. So I mean, it's very important that we don't drop our guard against Newcastle. We bounce back. It's easier said than done, but we have shown how we respond to huge losses in the past, especially that Spurs one in the 2018-19 season. So I'm really positive about the club, and let all of the positivity come on. That is what we need right now. We don't need any negativity, faulting people and telling, oh, this is pinpointing someone that this is why we lost. No, that is not the club we are. That's why our fan base is so good. Okay, it might be smaller than other clubs, United, whatever you might say, but we are compact. We are that is the beautiful thing about our fan base. Though we might be smaller than all of those clubs, but we are much more together. There's that togetherness, there's that spirit and all, and there's a lot of positivity brimming in it. I'm very happy with that. Anyway, it's time to look forward to Newcastle. Just try to get this defeat out of your system, and just imagine the beautiful things that this team has done throughout the season. Being at the top, at the perch of the Premier League title race, going toe to toe with Liverpool, and honestly, we should have beaten them. We should have ripped Madrid apart in the first leg. I mean, all of the beautiful things this team has done, the beautiful football that we have played. Just remember all of that, and with that, I'll see you all later, and take care.